107.9 Radio Free Minturn.
Good morning. You know what time it is. This is Robert Peel, and it is 7 a.m. in the morning, and you are listening to the Morning Turn on 107.9 Radio Free Minturn, KLNX LP, where the copy is hot, the commentary is fresh, and the attacks are sharp, along with the bad jokes. And moving forward, we've got a great show for you today. This is the end of our pilot season. That's going to be episode 9 of our pilot season, and next week we will be starting with season 1 on September 10th, Wednesday. So look forward to it, tune in, and don't stray away. Even though I make you want to yell at your dashboard and punch your windshield, that makes me even one more person happier than you. Moving forward, welcome to the Great American Magic Trick, where we make democracy disappear faster than your paycheck at the gas station. Now you see your rights? Now they're locked in a vault at the Pentagon with Epstein's client list. Ta-da! Again, this is the Morning Turn on Radio Free Minturn 107.9. And today, we're not pulling rabbits out of our hats. We're pulling your last shred of faith in the government straight out of your ass. Okay. Let's get started. And politicians are magicians with worse suits. At least Copperfield made the Statue of Liberty disappear. Congress, they made your lunch disappear. Then tell you it's for national security. That's not a trick. That's highway robbery with an Oscar-mobile. You know the trick. And you know how it works. One hand waves the flag, the other one grabs your wallet. While you're distracted, they're in the back room selling your future to the highest bidder. That's not democracy. That's eBay with nukes. Every election is the same scam. Pick a card. Any card. Doesn't matter. The deck's stacked, the dealer's drunk, and the cards are covered in cocaine. Residue from the Hunter Biden's bathroom. Oh yeah, how'd you know that was coming? Anyways, out of that voice. That's not representation. That is called flag football without pants. You got hands all over your ass. The only difference between Democrats and Republicans is which corporate logo they put on the check before they cash it. Their favorite, I heard, is Target. Hard to miss. You know, the bank on that DEI woke disaster. And the audience, that's us. Standing here, clapping like trained seals, going, well, how'd they do that? They don't even bother pulling a rabbit out of the hat anymore. You're the rabbit, and they're yanking you out by the ears, shaking the chains out of your pockets, then selling you like you're a piece of fur to China. And half of America is still like, well, at least he's not like that other guy. Buddy, if your best defense is at least he's not like the other guy, you're basically saying, yeah, my house is on fire, but at least it's not got termites. Congratulations, you're still homeless. Moving forward, they tell us this is the land of the free. Free? Nothing here is free. Not speech, not healthcare, not even parking. You can't say half of the shit you want online without a fact checker slapping a warning label on your opinion like it's a pack of Marlboros. Freedom of speech in this country means you're free to say whatever you want, as long as nobody important hears it. And healthcare, yeah, it's free once you're dead. Here's the big trick, folks. Democracy didn't disappear. It was stolen. It wasn't lost. We handed it over for comfort, for convenience, for Netflix, DoorDash, and a slightly faster iPhone. We're not a free country. We're a distracted country. Distracted by memes, by outrage, by bullshit culture. Arguing over pronouns while billionaires build rockets to leave the planet. That's the trick. And finally, they call this whole charade the will of the people. No, this is the will of the con man, and we keep buying tickets. Line them up, buddy. Come on here, right up the door. Get your tickets right here. But this is the Morning Turn on Radio Free Minturn 107.9 FM. Pilot, season finale. Season 1's coming, and guess what? We're done clapping for that trick. So, let's get started and get into the meat of this show. Right about now. Good morning, Minturn. Good morning, America. And good morning to the guy still scrolling Zillow at 7 in the morning, pretending a studio in Denver with no windows is a starter home. And today isn't just another Wednesday. This is the finale of the pilot season. 9 weeks in, and somehow you maniacs keep turning in. So this morning, buckle up, because we're closing it out with a theme so sharp it should come with a liability waiver. The great American trick. Now you see democracy, now you don't. But let's be real. This isn't Copperfield pulling the Statue of Liberty out of thin air. This is Washington pulling your paycheck out of your pocket, making your healthcare disappear faster than your Uber driver when they see your rating. You think you're voting, but really, you're ordering off a menu where every entree comes with food poisoning. Do you want Republican salmonella, or would you like Democratic equalizer? Either way, you're stuck on the toilet texting your boss, "Can I work from home?" And through it all, democracy just keeps pulling the same trick. Now you see it, now you don't. Now you're checking your couch cushions for hope like it's loose change. Cha-ching. So, let's give a little look back at our season that we piloted over the last 8 weeks. From week 1, we hit you with the Texas floods, Ozzy Osbourne's Last Goodbye, and Trump's latest bill that passed through Congress faster than Taco Bell through your smaller intestine. We dragged Elon Musk for arguing with his own AI. We dogged Rosie. Well, you don't have to really do much to dog Rosie, but for arguing with reality. We dogged Gavin Newsom for arguing with a microphone. And then Hunter Biden showed up to argue with himself in an interview so vulgar, even the FCC needed a cigarette. We roasted TikTok, Sharpie, lip liner trends. We torched the Coldplay Kiss Cam scandal, and nothing, I repeat, nothing like a CEO tongue wrestling HR to tank a stock price. We called out Fox News for branding a mayoral candidate Zorak Kami Mandami. While MSNBC tried to convince you it was just another block party. And yes, the rant that stuck. The millennials, the WTF, the receding man bun crawling back into style like it wasn't guilty of crimes against follicles. And his roadie, my favorite, the burnout Gen Xer with the faded Nirvana shirt, dragging around a mullet of white boy Rasta dreads that look like a mop left in bong water. We all know him, and we all love him, but we still won't loan him any money. Not only that, a combo so cursed, it should be quarantined by the CDC. We gave you full bush summer. We gave you the fact checker rant. We gave you dumb crime stories so wild even Netflix passed on the rights. Meth trolleys, pit biting cops, and Chuck E. Cheese, mascot getting cuffed mid-shift. Inmates tunneling out of prison through the toilet like it was Shawshank 2. Porta potty boogaloo. And the AI. Oh, yes. We gave the robots their own mic, and they swore they weren't replacing us while quietly drafting their acceptance speeches. Meanwhile, the American dream. Yeah, it's back on order. Ships in 6 to 8 business decades. My Wi-Fi's got more bars than Congress, and at least mine doesn't take lobbyist money. I wish it would, then I wouldn't have to pay the bill. Student loans are the only family heirloom millennials will ever pass down. Oh, don't get me started about inflation. Last season, gas was $5. This season, it costs your firstborn and a kidney and some of your stem cells and probably some of that man juice. Meanwhile, and that brings us right here, the final finale morning. We've got the table set, the coffee hot, and just enough sanity left to burn through the next 2 hours. Here's the ride. 7:15, we have your headline news, the world's chaos condensed into caffeine shots. 7:30, the hump day social media roast. My favorite. We drag TikTok trends until they beg for mercy. 7:45, we've got Rob's rant. I lace up the gloves and swing wild. And at 8 o'clock, the top of the hour news dive. If headlines were honest. Plus, a special, smart as a fox, dumb as a rock. United States justices gone mad. And at 8:15, we've got the caller of the week, Lonnie the Rancher. Yes, our favorite, the one who has all the answers but can't answer any of them and doesn't even have a question to his name. But he's got a lot of money. Joins the cowboy logic and too much coffee. And at 8:30, intermission, 15 minutes of uninterrupted music, guest requests only. At 8:45, Morning Madness, election auditions, edition 3. And we've got a brand new runner in the race. Coming all the way from Mordor. It's Smeagol, or is it Gollum? I can't ever figure it out. But anyways. And of course we've got Gary, the man from Florida with an alligator and a laser on his back. And of course, our favorite and not so favorite, Batman. And after that morning madness of ridiculousness and people, we've got AI Overlords Weekly. ChatG does an exclusive complete season throwback from the robot perspective. A full editorial done by AI, made by AI for not your eyes, but your ears. And at 9:15, Lonnie comes back with some more questions, and you never know what he's never going to ask. And then 9:30, the pinnacle, the finish, the finaler, the closer. Wednesdays, what the flip? Where logic collapses and rage meets comedy. And finally at 9:45, we've got the hump day heavy metal hangover. We crank it to 11 to tear down the week and pump you up one last time. So here we are. 9 weeks of headlines, rants, roasts, dumb crimes, AI warnings, and more coffee than the Mayo Clinic recommends. If this was the warm-up, then season 1 is the main event. Democracy's still doing tricks, but today, we're the hecklers in the cheap seats yelling, "Check their sleeves, they're broken." And if you laugh hard enough, you just might cough up a little hope. Radio Free Minturn, 107.9 FM. This is Robert Peel, and you are listening to The Morning Turn.
107.9. Radio Free Minturn.